Hey, look, the audio's on. Hello, stream.
Hi, Internet.
How are you today?
We're late, Internet.
So, yeah, we're late because of people being late. Megan's not here yet. She's late again. I meant as expected is what I meant. Yeah, I meant as expected.
I hate late people.
He's shut up, Ian. Ian, there is only one person in the world who's on time less than you are. And that's my
Not true. I'm
coworker.
usually pretty consistent. So
Lately, you have been pretty consistent. That's
late.
true.
No, he's usually on time when he's here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's okay. Ian's on a streak here.
Never late.
Anyway, what?
Nothing.
Okay. Anyway, so
worry about it.
Audio working.
yeah, good. Thank you. Does the balance sound okay? I messed with it a little bit since last time, I think.
Oh, I wasn't checking. I just turned it on long
I
enough
just
to
meant
hear
like
it.
how does the TeamSpeak people sound versus me, because they're two different bars. So,
Shen, I think you need to put me all the way over to
I'll
the
be right back.
why?
Pan me all the way over to the right so that I can whisper in people's ears.
Well, first of all, I don't know how to do that off the top of my head, and second of all,
it's not
no.
possible.
Oh no, it is. It's just not with the setup. It's not.
Right, well, I mean,
So,
You
it's
might be
all
able to do it,
generally
too.
quite quiet from what I'm hearing. Hans is particularly quiet, and I'm fairly
Wait.
quiet as well.
Is
How
he?
do I sound right now?
Yeah.
you guys are all loud to me.
Can you give me a read on my volume?
Hold on.
Let me know. Testing, giving you a little bit to work with here. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Thank you. Good one. That's good.
Just so you guys
Yeah,
know,
you're
I'm probably
good.
gonna have to get up a few times. Like I said, I'm babysitting. One of the kids
Okay.
is sleeping right now, and he might wake.
You're
Yeah, okay.
babysitting?
Yes, I'm
Noted.
babysitting.
Dang.
Well, Hans is playing while like deathly ill, so I think everyone's making some sacrifices today.
Yeah, I sacrificed
Several
Sorry about
goats. Anyway, so let's see.
only a few.
How does it sound now? Is it sounding? I mean, Will always sounds quiet. I have him turned up already, but I'll turn him up more.
I'll tab out and check.
I've Ian turned up by 6 decimals already. Decibels. I don't know why I always say decimals by accident.
Yeah, that
Decimables.
6 decibels. Your speakers would be exploding.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Cool. Just checking. I wanted to make sure our audio was better because I noticed that in the VODs it's quiet and it was annoying me. So, let's see. Actually, let me check this real quick to turn up the local.
So does anyone else want to recount what happened last time from their point of view?
Yeah, I think we should. I was thinking actually that we should get someone else to do recaps so that they'll stop messing with me when I'm doing it. So who wants to do the recap today?
Not me, because I can't remember.
Yeah.
Do you have any inclination?
Try.
Okay, tell you what, you try and then I'll fill in with my memory.
Cool. Okay. So last session we started off down in the Undercity, the catacombs. We're not
Yeah.
really
The
sure
thing.
where we were. We were underground in the city.
I remember.
We've heard the
following
Undercity
some
before.
dude. And we walked into a room, set off a trap, and then dealt
As we
with
all
that.
want to do.
And then we all looked at each other and went, "No, we can't do this. We need to go get our stuff." And we all left.
Specifically, there was a sword of some sort sitting on a pressure plate, and as soon as we interfered with that, we
Which
got
was
a
really
little bit of
smart.
company. But then we stuck something else in the pressure plate and decided to come back at a better time.
Keep talking. We'll be
Just
back
a
in a
lot of
second.
pressure.
I would like to point out that this game I'm being cautious and no one else seems to care. Whereas
I mean-
last game I would have been the guy that picked up the sword.
I care.
Okay.
I mean, don't forget, like, as far as my experience goes, Grim was a different character, and Serac did not mind having someone with a lot more HP step out in front and take risks.
Oh yeah, Grim was more like, I'll do it because I think I can survive. The
Yeah, it was
previous
practical.
character that most of this group has experienced was Shay, who was a
Who was an
wizard who
idiot.
was like, I'll do it because I don't.
Weren't you
Because
guys working on the recap?
what could go wrong?
Yeah,
Yeah, we were, but
we were just getting into why his character was.
Oh crap.
Heart's the one approaching, or not
Uh,
approaching the sword. So, what do we do with the sword?
We took the sword after we dealt with the trap that involved passages opening, monsters and flying swords coming out and trying to murder us. That was
Monsters
fun.
and flying swords, oh my.
We took the fancy sword that we found. It was magical, as we later discovered.
It was a shiny.
Yeah, it was fancy. And we all decided to leave the Undercity and go and pick up some of our gear because we were not, we were not all equipped for this.
Yeah, we got
Because some of us, thought we were just going to church to do some reconnaissance.
We got some. Let's see. What is it? We got a small appraisal from. What was the profession of the first guy? He was some scholar, and then we also took it to the Orcish, the Vargr camp, where they told us about some of the history behind it, and it being a witch blade apparently crafted by witches and given to Orcish commanders.
Yeah, you guys went first. I think Nissa took it to the reliquary and didn't have any money, so the guy was kind of pissed off about her not having any money.
Which was pretty...
She was basically like, "Hey, can you guys perform a service for me?" He was like, "Do you have any money?" And she's like, "No, of course not. You're doing it for the exposure, just like musicians." Anyway,
Not that the reliquary is bitter.
no, not at all. No.
And then, what else?
We,
Oh yeah, there was also the whole. There was basically it was basically implied to be an inquisition going on right now, as regards unregulated magic, and people might have to get magic licenses.
yeah.
Yes, correct.
We continued to bumble around town for a while.
And then invited everyone that Nissa knew in town pretty much to a dinner party.
We did some information gathering, and we met up some NPCs, and then invited a whole bunch of people to dinner.
And that's where we left off last time.
Yeah.
So I believe you were all going home to start preparing in what way you will for the dinner. So in what way would you guys like to prepare?
I was just gonna say other detail. We also had a long conversation, a philosophical conversation at least, about civilization versus nature.
Oh yes, true. True, that did also happen.
That was interesting. Anyway, back to the scene.
So, you all...
What did I miss? Sorry, my cousin called me.
Oh, it's okay.
Just our recap.
Just the recap.
Okay.
Yeah, you are all in... We're going to say you're all arriving back at Safe Haven. What would you individually like to do to prepare for the party, which is going to be in about probably 3 hours? What preparations would you like to get done before this dinner party happens?
I'm gonna go talk to Nissa.
Okay, we'll assume you're all together at the minute.
Okay. Hey, Nissa. Is there anywhere around here that, I need a bath.
Oh shit.
Eridan,
I haven't done that in,
Eridan smirks
like,
and says, "I won't disagree."
Mord raises an eyebrow and kind of looks at the ceiling like he's counting. 1, 2.5, 3 months.
There is probably a bathroom of some kind.
Okay, I would like to take a bath.
I
For
would
the
like to
first
talk to
time
Nord
in
before
3
Nord takes a
months.
bath.
What did you say?
I want to talk to Nord before Nord takes a bath.
Lord.
It's Mord, not Nord, but yeah, go on.
Wait, what is it?
Take a bath.
Skyrim is for the Nords! Sorry, go on.
Wait, okay, I just heard Nord, not Nord.
It's Mord.
Lord.
M.
Oh, Mord.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm really bad with character names again.
It's
Like I've
alright,
been in
it's
this
okay.
campaign for like 2 weeks. I would like to talk to Mord before Mord takes a bath.
He is heading upstairs right now. You can stop him on the stairs.
I'm gonna stop him on the stairs, unaware of what he's doing. And I'm going to ask. I'm gonna say, Mord, I saw you cook earlier. It was delicious. Are you cooking again tonight for this party?
Oh, yes, of course.
I am unfortunately untrained in the way of food, but very interested in learning. If you'd be willing to teach me a few tricks.
Yes, I could try. I'm fairly new to advanced cooking myself.
Stefan will help you guys.
Well, I'm at very rudimentary cooking, but I'm tired of eating slop and corn for every meal.
Yeah, I understand that. Alright, sure. I can show you how to do some of the basics.
That would be amazing. I appreciate you being so gracious.
And by the end of this campaign, we're just gonna open a restaurant, and that's just gonna be it.
That's it.
Dude, I'm
And-
so
We're
down.
opening a town.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
you
You're
go
right. We just need to build a town.
your own town. You'll have like a restaurant. Yeah, there'll be
That is Nissa's goal, is to build like a city or a town that everyone is perfectly accepted in.
Bro, I'm 100% down.
Okay. Perfectly accepted. Okay.
Well, never mind.
We'll see how that goes.
I just mean that
Alright,
they're all
Galbatorix.
accepted no matter what, whether they use magic or whatever.
I understand. So, more taking a bath. What are the rest of you doing? Anyone? Anyone have anything they want to do to prepare?
I would go to Nissa and ask, say, do you mind if I just take a look around the place while we're all getting ready? I kind of want to know where I'm staying.
Yeah, of course. You're allowed anywhere except for in my office, but I guess I can let
Naturally.
you in there.
I mean, I don't seek to intrude. I just
It's not
Wanna-
secretive, it's kind of always been off limits.
yes, but it's a matter of station and propriety. Fair enough. I don't mind skipping it.
Just where we keep documents and stuff.
Polar fucking
Yes.
opposite of Mord.
Yes,
Can I go in every room, please? Sorry.
He's curious.
I know. Very.
Yeah. He's also cautious.
So,
So yeah,
Aridin.
I would just go wandering and
You want a tour?
sure.
I'll give him a tour, and, well, there's really no one else who needs a tour, because Zephyr already knows the place.
Alright, so you take Aridin for a tour around the large house. There's a lot of bedrooms. There's also the bathhouse, apparently, which is the thing now. And I think there was an art chamber as well.
Just randomly
upstairs.
at that bathhouse.
I mean, Nissa
The-
said there was a bathhouse, so I guess there's a bathhouse.
It's
Um,
basically a giant, like, Victorian houses are huge, but this is a Victorian house that's, like, even bigger than that. It's meant to be a shelter with everything people would need.
I love that of the three
It's so
characters.
huge, it's bigger than huge.
No, stop. Out. Stop. You're banned. Okay. So
A while ago.
So, I just wanted to say that I like of the three characters you've played, Carissa, two of them have had very large Victorian mansions.
Yeah, they have.
Except this one's very different to the other one. The other one was inhabited mostly by cats.
I mean, this one's run by a cat.
That's true. That's true.
I didn't even realize I did that.
Anyway, so you're getting this tour around. You can see there's a lot of there's some interesting people living here, definitely. Mostly very young or very old people. At least at the moment.
Okay.
You have not yet met the hosts of the house, as they are nowhere to be found at the minute. However, you do see a couple of the kids that are staying here, and they're a little interesting. You're not one to
You say interesting.
I mean, you're not one to judge necessarily, I don't think. But there is a tiefling, like a teenage tiefling, who is hanging out here. She has kind of maroon skin and isn't talking because she's currently painting something. That you just pass by her. There's also
Don't forget, I'm probably used to a strange assortment of people.
well, exactly. Yeah, and
Are
then
tieflings new to me?
You don't see a lot of them, but they're not unheard of.
Resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still a little odd, as you've really only seen a couple in your time, I imagine. Yeah, and then you also see, as you're going through, there's also another like a 5-year-old boy who is some sort of race you're not entirely familiar with. Looks mostly orcish, but has like jutting horns, almost like a tiefling, but they're kind of rougher and sharper almost, and it has a kind of grayish coloration to his complexion. But he's like 5, and he's just being a kid, so nothing weird about behavior.
Running around and screaming, you know.
Yeah, mostly.
The normal.
Yeah,
It's not always
so-
normal for
So after passing out of earshot, I would ask, that orcish child, he didn't look like any orc I'd ever seen. Between him and Mord, they're much different than what I'm used to.
Yes. I don't remember what race he is, but I know.
Yeah, he is. You know a little bit, not a lot, but you know.
Make a history check.
No, it's well known enough. You know a little bit without checking anything, but it's called. These orcs are called Tanaruk, and they are effectively the. Whereas tieflings were created by humans having pacts and various
this
agreements.
came up last time, didn't it?
You might have. Whereas humans created pacts with fiends, mostly devils, to create the tiefling race over the course of generations. The same was true of the orcs and demons. And they created the Tanaruk, which are far less common than tieflings, and also far less feared in this land. They're mostly just seen as odd as opposed to
bad.
yeah, they're mostly seen as they're called Witchbane orcs.
Okay, theoretical, hypothetical question here. Maybe you know the answer to this, maybe you don't. It's not really important, but because my character certainly wouldn't know it. But why are there fewer? Is it because orcs are less prone to temptation? Because there are fewer orcs, or because it proliferates and the bloodline lasts for them for some reason? Sorry, just.
Well,
Really curious about that.
there are fewer of
Why are they
them
less
for
common?
it's a combination of a couple reasons. One of the main reasons is that there are less widespread orcish nations. They tend to stick to their own land and don't like to go out and conquer across the sea like humans do. Humans love to take over other people's land, and orcs are just kind of content to keep this giant place to themselves. And
So they may exist, but we've never seen. We just don't see them.
yeah,
Possibility.
but there's just less orcs that are less widespread, and also
Fewer
the
orcs overall.
yes. Also, there were also as kind of a historical thing, just generally speaking, a lot less orcs really needed any sort of help from demons, because demons don't really have rules. They don't make pacts. Demons help you if you're stronger than they are, generally, as they are forces of chaos. So it's a lot harder to even get into a deal with a demon that doesn't involve you selling your soul.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Are there shades in D&D?
Well, normally, no.
Oh, okay. So
That's
what happens
free.
if you summon a
Otherwise-
demon that's stronger than you?
Better hope you have a magic circle?
Usually just eats you.
Yeah, usually you die.
Shades are such a cooler concept.
I mean, hang on, you're shades from Aragon, you mean?
That's a common term for people who get possessed by demons.
Oh, well, yes, but I thought you were talking about Aragon, because we talked about that before.
I mean, I am, but the dude who wrote Aragon stole it from just normal mythos.
Yeah, I know. I mean, getting possessed by a demon and letting an actual demon out into the world are different things.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Like, Aragon is super crazy derivative, but pretty much all fantasy is derivative on Tolkien.
I mean,
so it
yeah,
really
I'm
is
not, like...
his sin was not doing anything to make it interesting on top of that.
And Tolkien's derivative of ancient story, like it's a...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying
everyone
that. I was
steals
just
from
saying
this.
that... I was just saying that shades are a common thing. It's not just Aragon, is what I meant.
Fair.
Speaking of Tolkien, did you guys see they're making a movie about him? I think it's about when he was writing the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah, I'd watch that. I'd watch that.
A dude sitting in a room with the
Well,
typewriter.
he fought in World War One.
Yeah, no, he was a pretty cool.
No, she just said it was about him while he was writing the book.
Oh, I see.
It's him coming up with the idea.
Yeah,
for it or something.
it's kind of Anyway,
That's cool.
back to the scene.
Back to the
Based
scene.
on,
Back to
based
the
on my
scene.
experience with my own family, that's just a guy in a room with a typewriter and a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. No, it's not the whole movie, but anyway.
So I would then ask her, Penaru? I cannot confess to knowing what that means.
Did Chris get up?
Oh.
No, I was
Okay.
I'm chewing. Sorry.
Good. Sorry, I wasn't sure. All
Oh, I would have told you if I was getting up.
right.
That's alright.
I explain everything Krishan said.
Okay. Interesting. So,
Lore dump.
huh, I just go back into my into thinking. Carrying on.
As you complete your tour of the house, while that tour is happening, while the bath is happening, which we'll get to in a second, what is Theobald doing?
Sorry, what?
What is Theobald and Zephyr doing?
I'm like co-running this place, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
So like I would have a room and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'd probably like go to my room and like wash up and put on I guess I'd be wearing church clothes, so or maybe I'm the kind of person that wears.
Oh, you wore your
like-
armor to church.
Yeah, I guess I did.
I mean,
So I guess I take my armor
it's
off.
not that weird.
This is the Church of Cord. You go to church in your battle armor.
Okay. Then I'm probably gonna change out of that into some nice formal wear,
All right, cool.
a tasteful minimalist tuxedo.
Precisely.
I mean, not a tuxedo, like a minimalist suit that's like nicely pressed. I like all my clothes pressed and clean.
Nice holes
You
cut
know, I
back for your
shave,
wings.
so I just have I shave, so I have like a stubble beard. It looks good, all nice and groomed,
cut off most
as
of
much
your
as
tentacles.
the Dragonborn can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do Dragonborn shave their tentacles?
Who knows?
I'm assuming, because they
Only
seem to have nice
Dragonborn
beards.
know.
Only Dragonborn don't share those secrets.
The dwarves are very curious.
Yeah,
but
they want to know, but they don't find out. So you're making yourself presentable. You're getting your suit on and everything. I think we can assume that whether or not Megan was here, Pavu probably would just kind of hide in her room and try to figure out some way to get ready for the
We could probably
party.
work on training Delphi some more.
That's fair. She only got a few hours, but yeah, she gave it a shot. I wonder when she's going to be here. She was in Twitch chat a little bit ago. She might still be. Anyway, Theobald, what are you going to do to get ready? Hans? Hello?
On stage.
Hans.
Did he say he got a... I mean, he can't have sat on his volume control because that's literally not possible in the current room, he said. Hans?
Not with that attitude, it's not.
Well,
Guide.
do you reckon... Well, okay. That was unexpected.
Do we just carry on?
Did he say he
See,
got
I
up?
hate being him right now. He's probably like screaming at his at his computer and like being like, "Why the heck isn't this working? I hate this." Like, it's so
that-
frustrating.
well, he could be feeling sick. He might have had to leave the room
Oh,
quickly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Hans is sick today. Well, Okay. Theobald knows how to clean up, I guess, although he doesn't have any nice clothes. He's been on the road.
I could loan him some of mine if they would fit.